Good morning. Happy Wednesday to you. So glad to be here with you. Pray that you're having an amazing start to your day. My day has started really early, like 5 o'clock this morning. So I have been on it for a couple of hours now. I pray that you are off to a great start to your day. Going to give you a few minutes to join and everything. So, I hope all is well with you and yours. It is a little cool out this morning, about 53. Good morning, Mary. Thank you so much for joining. Let's go ahead and get a few people on the line. We're not going to be on here long this morning, but we're going to get this party started. We're going to get this party started. I am truly grateful for you, grateful for life, health, grateful to God for all that he has done, all that he is doing in my life. God is just good, and he is so worthy to be praised, and I truly give him all of the honor, give him all of the glory that is due unto his holy name, because there is nobody like the Lord. Good morning, Angela. Good morning, Robert. Thank you all so much for joining. If you all could just hit the share button or go ahead and invite someone, I appreciate it. Go ahead and hit the share button. God morning. Good morning. Yes. Good morning, Willie Mae. Thank you so much for joining. You see what the title of this live feed is. Coach O is always asking questions. Yeah, somebody may be saying I'm nosy, but these questions are not to be in your business, but these are questions for you to answer for yourself. Good morning, good morning. These are questions for your growth. These are questions for your betterment. These are questions for you to go to the next level in your life. So you know what the question of the day is. Are you committed to anything? Are you committed to anything? Good morning, Sister Jones. Thank you. And thank you for sharing, Angela. Thank you so much. Are you committed to anything? Because do you know the recipe to success is commitment, consistency? We have to be committed. We have to be consistent. We have to be dedicated. We have to be proactive. We can't be reactive to everything. The only way we do something is we react, we respond. We got to be proactive. We got to have plans. So my question for you this morning, are you committed to anything? You asking questions that make us say, yes, ma'am. Good morning, Janita. Thank you so much for joining. Are you committed to anything? And these are serious questions for you to actually do self-evaluations, to ask yourself, am I committed to anything? Do I keep my word? Do I make plans? Do I always say that I am going to do something and I don't do it? These are questions for growth. These are questions for your betterment. These are not questions of judgment. These are not questions to put nobody down. These are questions for you to ask you. And if you know the answer to them, good morning, Mary. Thank you so much for joining. If you know the answer to the questions that are being asked and you're not satisfied with the response, do something about it. Ask yourself, am I committed to anything? Am I committed to my plans, my goals, my dreams? Am I committed to my friends, my church, my relationship? Am I committed to my money? Because see, sometimes, we think money is a bad thing, but we know money is the coverage for all things. It said that the love of money, you can't love money more than you love God, but you know you need money in order to do what you got to do in earth. You can't do nothing on earth without no money. You can't even put air in your tires. They charge you for that. You need money. So you don't have to love money, but you need money. So sometimes we get it all twisted and mixed up and say, oh, they just about this and this. You got to pay bills at your house, right? So there are bills and there are things that need to be taken care of. Good morning, Marvella. Thank you so much for joining. There are things that need to be taken care of, but that's another topic for another day. But what I want you to ask yourself, this is a question for you to ask you. Am I committed to anything? Do I say what I'm going to do? And do I do what I said I was going to do? Am I committed to anything? You have to be committed. You have to be consistent. You have to be dedicated, and you have to work proactively. Don't get offended because you were supposed to do something and somebody asked you, did you do it? Now you reacting. You have to be proactive in order for you to live the life of your dream. It takes you to be proactive. We cannot live lives of reaction. We cannot live our lives where we just winging it. We wake up and we don't know what the day gonna bring. We gonna see how the day pan out and all this stuff. You gotta have a plan. Don't wait for your day to pan out. You gotta have a plan for your day. Plan for your day. Good morning, Toshiba. Thank you so much for joining. You gotta have a plan for your day. You don't have to have no calendar that look like mine. You don't have to do what I'm doing, but you need to do what you need to do. Ask yourself, are you committed to anything? And start listing it out. Okay, am I committed to my church? Am I committed to the group that I'm committed to my plans? Am I committed to my dreams? Am I committed to my marriage? Am I committed to my money? Do I have to spend every dime I get when I get it? Am I committed to my customers and my clients? Am I committed to my boo or bae? Because all y'all are not married. You know, I'm not talking. This is not to call nobody out. This is not to pick on anybody, but this is for you to be better. Are you committed to anything? It is time for us to be committed. My Lord, God, plan for the day that you have made. We got to have plans. We got to have plans. You got people that wake up in the morning, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to do this, and I don't know if I'm going to do it. When you wake up, you have to know what you're going to do. I carry 2 or 3 calendar books. My book be just crazy. And I show these, just to let you know. Onika Jones, I don't just be talking. I can even go way back in January. But every day I document. You got to document. These that's January. But every day, I haven't missed a day. You have to document, what are you going to do? What are your plans? Do you have plans? You can't be so busy doing nothing that you don't have a plan for what you're going to do. What are you going to do with your 1,440 minutes that you are given today? What are you going to do with those 86,400 seconds that you are given today? What are you going to do with the 168 hours that you have this week? What are you going to do? Are you committed to anything? You've been going to write the book, you haven't even started. How you going to write a book and you haven't even wrote a sentence? How you going to write a paragraph and you haven't wrote a sentence? How you going to write a book and you haven't started doing anything? You got to be committed to something. You got to be committed to something, because if you're not committed to something, you will fall for anything. Anytime something come up, this is how you walk. If you don't have a plan, anytime somebody else come up with something, you're going to do what they go. Oh, you running over here. No, when you got plans, you tell them, I can't do that because I have plans to be working on X, Y, Z from this time to that time. So I'm not available. You got to own your day. You got to own. See, we got it mixed up. We manage our time. You can manage your time by managing watching TV. You can let somebody else manage your time. You got to own your time. You got to own your 1,440 minutes and say, look, I have scheduled out this thing. I got to get this done. I got to get this taken care of. This is my other book. I got to get this finished. And so when you think about your plans, for the month of March, you got to think about what is it, and the month is already gone. The month is already gone. So have you even hit the surface of what you were planning to do this month? You got to plan out your month. You got to plan. You got to plan. And then you have to recap. Did I do what I said I was going to do? Don't put it off and now it's a year later. It's a year later. We must own our time. You got to own your time. Thank you so much, Angela, for putting it out there. You got to own your time. So ask yourself, am I committed to anything? Am I committed to it? I'm talking like real conversation. I'm talking real one-on-one. And I don't care about that when people say, oh, you can talk to yourself, but don't answer yourself. You need to answer yourself. You need to be answering to somebody, because some of us, we're so prideful. Some of us are so grouchy. Some of us are so set in our ways. Some of us don't want to answer to nobody. So can you answer yourself? You ask yourself the question, am I committed to anything? Am I committed to anything? And look, I mean, these are the conversations. When I have conversations with you, I've already had them with myself. So you ask yourself, am I committed to anything? Or do I always run when it gets tough? Do I always quit when I can't figure it out? Ask yourself, are you committed to anything? And then base your plans on what you are committed to. And then you do not allow anybody to detour you from your plans I really need that. Amen. If you are not a woman or a man of your plan, you need to find yourself some direction. Come on now, somebody. You got to get to a point that you say, hey, off track. Hey, I am not following my plan. If you don't, time will pass you. But you looking up to me. I don't know what the time then went. You know where it went if you done planned your time. If you said from 8 to 9, I'ma read. You know at 9 o'clock you done read. You hear me? At 8, if you said at 12 o'clock, I'm going to pray. And after 12, you can say, I prayed at 12. You got time is going. Good morning, Toya. Thank you so much for joining. It's not good enough for you to sit around thinking you got free time because you out of school or off of work and you're quarantined and all these things. This is the time for you to get things done. I am committed. Even still, I need to get better because I have been detoured. We got to get on track. We got to get on track and ask yourself, if you're happy where you are, great, kudos to you. But if we all be honest, we have never made it. None of us have never made it. There's always something else that we can be doing because when we get there, you can start on another path. So we always got to say, am I committed to, am I committed to this and that? Because see, sometimes we think we done arrived. We ain't arrived nowhere. Every day we got breath in our body. There's a new task that need to be done. If we completed the one task, kudos to us. We can check that thing off and say, bam, got that done. Bam, I read, I did this, I did that, and I did this, and I did that. And then you look around, and there's still so much that needs to be done. There is still yet so much need to be done. So are you committed? Are you committed to keeping the plan? Are you committed to keep going? Are you committed to yourself, to your dream? Are you committed? That's a question for you to ask yourself. Are you committed? Am I really putting in the time to make sure that this thing manifests, that I see the outcome of what I'm putting in? This is a season for us to, put all of our differences aside, put ourselves aside. Every day brings about something new to be done. Yes. You look and figure, okay, I've completed that. Yes. But we ain't at no place where we done arrived that we can rest and figure we done got everything done. Because today done brought some new stuff. Today brought some stuff that we weren't even aware of. This is the day that the Lord has made, and I will rejoice and I will be glad in it. But this day brought some stuff that I didn't even know was coming with it. So you have to, even in your plans, you got to have some room for the unplanned. You got to have some room for stuff that you wasn't looking for. You got to have some room for stuff that you didn't expect so you can be able to respond and not react. That you have left this time out, that you ain't sold yourself up, that you haven't overwhelmed yourself to a capacity that you ain't got room for nothing to happen. You ain't got room for nothing to come in because you done sold yourself up from sun up to sundown, from the time you got up to the time you go down. And so if some emergency come up, you can't respond. I ain't talking about no foolishness. I'm talking about emergencies. I'm talking about when somebody needs you. I ain't talking about when they want you, because you got some people, they are disrespectful of your time. And listen, if people don't respect your time, they really don't respect you. And I know that sounds real tough. I know that sounds real hard. And but it's real true. When people don't respect your time, they don't respect you. You done told people, look, I got to get this done, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. And I don't care, girl, what you got to do. I want to talk. What kind of crazy stuff is that? They don't respect you. If you respect me, you'll respect my time. If you respect me, you respect my time. Good morning, Deborah. Thank you so much for joining. So stop letting people bombard on your time and telling you what you going to do and what you need to do. You got to own your time. You got to own it. You got to own your day. You got to order your day. You got to tell your day, this is what's going to happen today. This is what we are doing today. And we know that every time you may not be able to do everything though just exactly the way you plan, but you can get most of what you plan done. You can get most of what you plan done. Because see, a lot of times when we delay our plans for these so-called emergencies that we can't do nothing about, sometimes even if it's sickness, what good is it for us to just go sit somewhere and look at somebody? I know that may sound bad, but sometimes there are things that you can't even do. You just say, well, I can't work now because my auntie's sick. I can't work now because mama's sick. I can't work because this and that. We put plans down to the side for whatever reason. Good morning and blessings to you and lives, love, and light. Good morning. Even in our plans, we must leave room for unexpected. We must not react, but we must respond. And if people don't respect your time, they don't respect you. Amen. Thank you so much for recapping that, Angela. You got to have people that's in your space that respect your time and say, look, between this time and that time, I'm doing. You got some people, you will tell them that you praying between 12 and 1, and they'll call you just as sure as you start praying and ask you what you doing. Didn't I tell you at 11 that I will be praying between 12 and 1? They don't respect your time. They don't respect you. Good morning and blessings to you. In lives, love, and lights. Excuse me. So you have to say that I'm committed. When you are committed, you got to tell other people that, look, this is what I got going on. Oh, come on now, somebody just sitting on the bedside looking. You got somebody, you have made plans to get some things done. You have made plans to get some stuff done. You cannot just sit around and think that stuff in your plan or in your day gonna just happen. Nothing just happen. It happened because you make it happen. Nothing is gonna change for your life if you don't change. Nobody's gonna stop. They're not gonna stop bombarding your time. They're not gonna stop trying to manage your time. They're not gonna stop just doing what they want to do until you say, hold up. Stop the whole press. Look, during XYZ time, this is what I'm doing. Don't call me. I tell people, don't call me on Sunday. I go to church on Sunday. And for people that don't go to church, they'll call you in the morning. I don't get up talking on the phone. I don't even get up talking on the phone early in the morning on no day. But definitely do not call me when I'm getting my mind right for Sunday school. I'm trying to get my mind right. I got to sing praise songs. I might have to sing a solo and all these different sorts of types of things. I tell my kids, don't even get up with all that talking. What you talking about? What you got to talk about at 6 o'clock in the morning? Shut up. Get your mind ready for your day. Get your mind ready for your plan. Get your mind ready. Because, see, your plan start in your head first before it ever hit your life. Did you hear me? Your plan start in your head first before it hits your life. If you got your plan mapped out in your head, how many times have you said, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this, and you get it all done? If you don't put that in your head, it's not in your heart. And if it's not in your heart, you don't make it in your belief system. If it's not in your belief system, guess what? You don't get it done. People that know me know on Sunday ain't no need to call me until after 1 p.m. Amen. Amen. But see, you got people, Angela, that will call you talking about some what you doing. If you don't get off this phone this early, asking me what I'm doing, same thing you should be doing, getting ready to go to the house of prayer. Amen. But when you let people know, and they see these are your non-negotiables, when you let them know, boo, I got plans. I plan to be at church at 9:30 on time. I'm going to be in Sunday school. So don't call me. Don't call me Sunday morning. Don't call me. Don't be texting me at 11 o'clock. I'm in service. Your plan starts in your head before it hits your life. You got to map out your plan and say, I'm doing this. I get more done when I have laid out my plan in my head and then I do it. I get it done. I do a million things, and I'm not talking about literally, but figuratively. I do a million things every day. I get up at the same time 7 days a week. Out of all this talking about I'm resting. If you take yourself to bed at a reasonable time at night, you can rest. I go to bed at 9 o'clock. Everybody in my house is asleep at 9 o'clock. Even these 18-year-olds, 15, 16, we go to bed 8:30, 9 o'clock. I need everything in this house cut off. Good morning, Miss Rose. Thank you so much for joining. That makes me crazy for somebody. But you need your sleep. When you rest, you are able to execute your plans better. You can't execute your plan and you sleepy and you drowsy and you tired and your mind is not right. You are fresh when you wake up in the morning. You need 8 hours of sleep. When you stand up and let people know your non-negotiables, they will step back. That's right. You got to have non-negotiables that you do not compromise to say, well, since it's you, I'm going to do. No, ain't no since you going to respect my time. You going to respect my plans. And that's how you achieve your goals. Good morning, Nikita. Thank you so much for joining. That's how you are able to achieve your goals. A lot of you cannot achieve your goals because you let somebody else order your steps. You letting somebody else demand your time. They need you to do this and they need you to do that. Okay, I can do that, but it's going to be after. It's going to be after. It's going to be after I finish doing what I have planned to do. See, we use that as an excuse. We let everybody else tell us what we need to do with our time. And I know there's a lot of people guilty of that, but you got to own it. You got to own it. I cannot take you to no store and nowhere else. If you want me to take you to the doctor, you need to make your doctor appointment after X, Y, Z. You need to have some type of ownership of your own time and not where everybody, it can't be your kids, can't be your boo, can't be your bae, can't be your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother. It can't be the husband or the wife. You need to have some type of ownership of your time. Because guess what? You're the one responsible for your purpose. God ain't gonna say, well, I understand that your boo wanted more time with you. He wanted, I understand. I understand that, your kids was pulling at you and you couldn't tell them no. I understand that your job, that, your job. I understand that, your church. I understand. God ain't gonna tell you that. He said, I am a jealous God. Nothing comes before him. So we can't use the excuses, the reason why we can't get his stuff done. We can't do what he has called us to do. We can't walk in our purpose because we're so busy doing what everybody else wants us to do. Good morning, Leslie. Thank you so much for joining. We can't do what he has called and created and commanded and desired for us to do because we so busy doing what they want us to do. We're busy on our job. We're busy with our buddies and our friends. We're busy with our family and our kids. We're busy. We are busy, broke people. Busy and broke. Good morning, Tyrell. Thank you so much for joining. That combination is not good. You busy, unproductive, and broke. If I'm going to be busy, I need to at least see some productivity. I need to see some fruit of my labor. But some of us, we're just busy doing stuff and get nothing done. They be laughing at me for a few hours. They been laughing at me for a few years now because my house shut down at 9 and my children have to shut down by 8. People tell me I started to call, but I knew you probably was in the bed. Amen. That's me, Angela. 9 o'clock, I'm in the bed. 9 o'clock, I am in the bed. I'm an early person. I'm fresh. I'm rejuvenated. I've been up since this morning, 5 o'clock. Did prayer did praise and worship from 5:15 to 5:30. Did prayer from 5:30 to 5:45. Did prayer from 6 to 7. You have to be about your business. And being busy and broke is not a good combination. It's not a good combination. At least if you're going to be busy, see some fruit of it. If you're going to be busy, at least say you didn't change something. At least say you didn't do something. But busy and broke, that don't work for me. I tell myself if it is not productive, value added, and making no money, I don't have time for it. That may sound somebody, but it sounds good to me. Because if you are not adding value nowhere, what's the purpose of doing it? You didn't spend all that energy. You didn't put in all that time. You didn't put in all of that effort. It was not productive. It was not value added. It hadn't helped nobody. Didn't build nobody up. Didn't bring nobody in. It didn't get nothing done. I'm just busy. I'm busy. Busy doing what? Just busy. Busy doing what? I'm busy. Busy helping who? I'm busy. Busy changing what? I'm busy. I don't have time to be just busy. I have time to be changed and transformed. It is time for us to stop to being wooed and moved and to be transformed. So ask yourself, am I committed to anything? Am I committed to myself? You need to be committed to yourself. When you're committed to yourself, a lot of other stuff will fall in place. Because see, a lot of us, we don't care enough about ourselves. So that's why we let people use us and need us and pull us and snatch us and drag us. You're not going to snatch and drag and pull me no anywhere and everywhere, doing any and everything. You have to have a commitment to yourself. Commitment to that this is what I am called and created to do. And this is what it's going to require for me to do it. And so I have to be mindful of where I spend my time. I got to be mindful of what I do. So stop letting people pull, yank, and snatch and drag you in all these different directions and doing all these different sorts of types of things that are not productive, that are not value added, and are not making no money. Ask yourself, am I committed to anything? This is your girl, Coach O, founder and CEO of Action Speaks Volume Incorporated, where I help you to build unshakable confidence, stop procrastinating, get your dream out of your head into your life. And look, if you have not purchased your Soul for Prayers Volume 2, I need you to go ahead and purchase your book. If you're local, it's $20. If you are out of town and your book requires shipment, it is $25. And also, we will be starting Empowering 8, number 5, I believe. Number 5, Empowering 8, number 4. No, Empowering 8, number 4. We'll be starting Empowering 8, number 4, April the 9th. If you are looking for a coach, you're looking for a mentor, I'm your girl, Coach O, the best O that I know. I am your girl. I'm your girl. You need somebody that's going to hold you accountable. You need somebody that can laugh with you, talk with you, lead you, guide you, direct you. Somebody that will tell you the truth in love. I'm your girl. So if you're looking for a coach or a mentor, you need to join Empowering 8, number 4. Empowering 8, number 4, we're kicking off April the 9th. Empowering 8, number 4, kicking off April the 9th. Empowering 8, number 4, we're kicking off April the 9th. Also, if you have not gotten your copy of Soul for Prayers Volume 2, where Kimberly Lawson, Roby wrote our forward, and we also have Kim Coles in our book, the compiler of the book, Cheryl Williamson. She is a producer. She is a best-selling author. There are 52 authors in this prayer book. You want to get your copy. So I will put the link down in the comments. The link will be down in the comments. It is only $20. The book is $20, $5 for shipping. Flat rate for shipping. So $20 if you're local, $25 if it needs to be shipped to you. Empowering 8, number 4, kicking off. Thank you so much, Angela. I really appreciate you for putting that information down for me. God bless you, and I pray that each of you have an amazing day. I will be dropping the link for the Soul for Prayers Volume 2. Books will be coming out in a week or two, to about 2 weeks. You will have your books. I'm super excited. God bless you. Well, 2 to 3 weeks. We'll put it that way to make sure we're in there. But books are already on the way. Go ahead and get your copy. Support your girl. Support your girl. Yeah, support your girl, because the support that you give to me, it helps me to be a support to others. You help me, and I'm able to help others because I help those that are in need. And so we're getting ready. Also, let me tell you this before I go. We're kicking off the ASV Cares. And what is ASV Cares, Coach? I'm so glad you asked. Action Speaks Volume, where we compassionately act to restore, educate, and support those that are in need. We're helping men and women literally all over the world. We have a sewing school in Pakistan. We have an orphanage home in India. We also have a feeding center in India. And I'm super excited that I think it's on April the 12th, we will be launching where we're opening the doors to our new feeding center that we're building. It is almost almost finished. We're now praying that the Lord will bless us to put the roof on it, and we're kicking off the new feeding center that we're adding to the orphanage home April the 12th in India. So God bless you. Thank you so much for what you do. Thank you for your faithfulness. Thank you for your commitment. Thank you. Good morning, Conway. Thank you so much for joining. If you're just joining, please support the works that I'm doing. Please support the works that I'm doing. Get your copy of Soul for Prayers, Volume 2, where we have Kim Coles, Cheryl Williamson. We have Kimberly Roby did our forward. We also have Dr. Betty Speaks in the book. We have Eric Holmes in the books. And I know some of these names you may not know, but get to know them. I'm telling you, this is a time of prayer. This is a time of unity. This is a time this is not the time for us to fold, but this is the time for us to roll. This is the time for us to get moving. This is the time for us to know that we serve a good God and he is worthy to be praised. So if you would support your girl, support the work that I'm doing, support the things that we're doing in Pakistan and India, I so appreciate it. And again, if you're just joining, please go back and listen at the replay. But my question for you is, are you committed to anything? Committed to anything. So if you don't get nothing out of anything else I said, if you don't get the book, support the ministry or whatever, if you don't support the things that are being done, that's fine. But look, ask yourself this. Ask yourself the question. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Angela. And the $25, it includes the shipping. It's $25 added for the shipment. Yes, thank you so much. But ask yourself the question, am I committed to anything? So if you're a local or out of town, if you want to cash out me, my cash app is the $ Action Speaks with the capital A. The $ Action Speaks with the capital A. And I will put that link down in the comments as soon as I get off of here and get to it. But my cash app is Action Speaks. Action Speaks with the capital A. $20 local, $25 if your book have to be shipped. Go ahead and support your girl because it helps me to support others. God bless you and have an amazing day.